Okay, so today I will be talking about cosine. And the standard cosine equation is y equals cosine of x, which is represented with this graph. Because you got the amplitude of 1, there's no shifts left, right, up, or down, so it's just the standard just curve. Alright, also you have the standard equation, which is the y equals a of cosine bx minus c, and then you have plus d. For a, this is the amplitude. It's 1/2 the distance between the max and the minimum. Then you got cosine. The b is what determines the period, and the period is 2 pi over b. So, yep. And then for c, c determines the shift left or right, and then d is the shift up or down. Okay, so for this equation, y equals 3 cosine of 2x. The amplitude is 3, so we're going to do 3 here and negative 3 here, and this is 0, because it's not adding or subtracting anything after the equation. And then 2x, so you're going to have to find the period. So the period is equal to 2 pi over 2, which is equal to pi with division. These just cancel out. So the period's going to have to equal pi. So have a couple steps in between, that way you can have a nice curve shown on the graph. We're going to set it up by every fourth. So you're going to have pi over 4, 2 pi over 4, 3 pi over 4, and then you'll have pi. And then we'll throw in the negatives, just look good. Negative pi over 4, and then negative 2 pi over 4. And then that's pretty much your equation, and then you have to just graph it. So you got up here 3, and then you're going to have it comes down like this, and it goes back up like this, and it's going to come over here, so the equation and this curve is going to look like this. Go up, down, up, and it's eventually going to go back down. And there it is. There's your graph for y equals 3 cosine 2x. Okay, so now for this equation, we're going to do y equals 1/2 cosine 4x plus 5. First, we should see that it was a plus 5, so that means it's up 5. So the line is at 5. Now the amplitude is 1/2. So then for here, you have 5.5, and here you have 4.5, because you have to add a half and subtract a half. Now you have the 4x, so you have to determine the period. So the period is equal to is equal to 2 pi over 4, which is equal to pi over 2. If you simplify, it's just like 1/2 pi pretty much. So again, to get a nice curve, we're going to break it up by, let's go with fourths. So let's go with a, so it'll be better, I think. So you're going to have pi over 8, and then you're going to have 2 pi over 8, we'll simplify that to pi over 4. And then you're going to have the 3 pi over 8, bring back the eighths. And now it will be 4 pi over eighths, which will simplify to what we're looking for in our period, pi over 2. So now you're going to, we'll do negative also actually. So this is negative pi over 8, and then you got negative pi over 4. So now you got, it's up here, you're going to come down, then back up. This one, you go down, down. So your curve in the graph is going to look like this. Up, be positive at the 5 mark, the 0 for x, up, and then. Alright, there's your graph. Y equals 1/2 cosine 4x plus 5. Okay, so now we're going to do the equation y equals negative 5 cosine 6x minus 1. So first you have to see negative 1 is a new midline, so we're going to have a negative 1. Then you have the amplitude of 5, so negative 1 plus 5 is equal to 4. And then negative 1 minus 5 is equal to negative 6. And then, so you got the new points. Then you have to see 6x, so you have to find the period. So the period is equal to 2 pi over 6, which is equal to pi over 3. So we're going to have a, so how should we break this up? Let's go with 1 pi over 9. Then we're going to go with the pi over 6. Then we're going to go with the pi over 3. Okay. And then after that, we are going to have to, let's see, we'll do the same thing on negative. Negative pi over 9, negative pi over 6. And now most importantly, the thing that would be horrible to miss is you see there's a negative right here, so you'd have to flip it. So instead of being up here at the 4 for the first point, it's down at the 6. And then we're going to have to go up. Rather than the down, it's going to go up and then down. So you go here, then here, then here, and this one is here, and this one is here. So the curve for this one in the graph is going to look like this. That. So that's the graph for y equals negative 5 cosine 6x minus 1. Thank you very much for listening, and that's cosine.